Hi Padel Drivers, how you doing? I'm Gonzalo, the coach of Rocket Padel Bristol, the biggest padel center of the UK. And today we're going to be talking about the 5 most common mistakes you make when serving in padel. Vamos! And make sure you stay till the end of the video because the last mistake is something that many people forget about it, but I feel is super important. Let's go with tip number 1. By the way, guys, we wanted to say that we are super grateful with all the support that you are giving us. The channel is growing super fast, so if you are new, welcome to the Padeldrivers family, and we hope that you enjoy this content as much as we do. Remember that the serve is one of the most important shots in padel, so we need to take advantage from the very beginning. In order to do so, we're gonna have to remove all these mistakes that you make when serving. The first one is that I see many people that they serve and they hit when the ball is too low. Okay, remember that according to the rules, I am allowed to serve hitting at the waistline. Okay, so I want to take advantage of hitting a little bit higher and not hitting the ball at this height. Why? Good question. Because if I hit when the ball is too low, in order to go above the net, I'm doing a parabola, okay? So I'm not getting a nice speed. However, if I hit when the ball is at this point, I can push way more and I can allow the ball to have a way better speed. So remember, try to take advantage of the maximum height allowed. I'm gonna be hitting right there. Everybody says that if you drop the ball from the shoulder height, you will be able to hit at the optimum height. However, if you play with used balls, you will see that it bounces quite low, okay? But with new balls, it works. You drop it in the shoulder height, and you get the maximum height that you're allowed to hit, more or less. Mistake number 2. I see a lot of players that when they are serving, they hit, they watch the ball for a little bit and then they start running. Of course, this doesn't work like this. I also see the other extreme, like some of the players that they are too eager to go to the net, that they rush the serve, they do this in a really bad way and then they are too focused on running. So, what's the ideal scenario? The ideal scenario should be, I'm going to try to start the motion right after I'm hitting, okay? But I also have to pay attention at the impact, okay? So, has to be like one complete motion where I'm trying to use the inertia of the serve to take this first step. Of course, this takes time, okay? It won't work in a straightforward manner at the beginning, but this is what you have to aim for. Mistake number 3, and I see this one even in very advanced players, is that when they drop the ball and they hit, the tip of the racket is pointing to the ground, okay? I think they do this because they try to play with this kind of a spin, but the thing that happens is similar to mistake number 1. I am hitting way low, and also I'm not giving enough space for myself to properly swing forward and have a nice speed. So, remember, I'm gonna drop the ball a little bit farther away, okay? And I'm going to hit with the tip of my racket pointing to that glass. Mistake number 4, this time has to do with the slice. As you remember from our first video about the serve, it's important that we play with a little bit of a slice so that the ball dies after touching the glass. So, the first mistake that I see here is some players do a motion from low to high, so obviously they are not going to add any slice to the serve. What's the other problem that I see in more advanced players? That they are too focused on the slice and they go from high to low really quickly, so the ball goes quite high. Okay, they go something like this, and the ball goes a little bit high. Instead, remember that if we want to put some slice into our serve, I need to bring the racket above the ball, and after I hit, I want to push forward to give the serve a good length. So I'm gonna do a demo from here above the ball, and I push to get a slice and at the same time a good length. And the last mistake, and most important one, doesn't have to do with technique, but it's about playing clever. And in Padel, it's very important that you are smart on the court. So I see this every single day with so many players that they play a really aggressive serve and it goes out 9 out of 10 times. Yes, one time is gonna be an amazing serve and you're gonna put a lot of pressure, but you are always playing with second serve, so this is not worth it. But Gonzalo, why is this such a bad thing? Good question. Because if we are always playing with second serve, our opponents are going to have this feeling of relief and they're gonna be playing really comfortable. So it's important that you find the right intensity for your serve. If you know that if you play too fast, 9 out of 10 times it's going out, maybe you need to decrease a little bit the speed of your serve. Also think about this, if you serve really fast and the opponent is able to block it in front of him and return fast, you don't have much time to get to the net. So serving faster isn't necessarily a good thing. If you are playing against an advanced player, you will find that for him it's very easy to block it when the serve comes very fast. So it's much more effective a serve with a better slice and a better placement than a faster serve. Final tip for this video, guys. You have to be a little bit unpredictable when serving, okay? Doesn't make sense that I'm all the time serving exactly the same because my opponent knows what it's getting. Instead, try to get some randomness, okay? From time to time, I'm gonna serve to the glass. From time to time, I'm gonna serve to the tee. A special tip, whenever you have an important point, you can serve to the body because people have to move away and they are not used to that. And you have to vary as well the length, the speed, the slice. In summary, don't become predictable, vary your serves from time to time and keep your opponents guessing. And that was everything for today's video, Padeldrivers. Thank you for watching and we will see you in the next one. ¡Vamos!